Woo! Told y'all. They got stuff all here. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's alright, cause I'm throwing away stuff, things like that. So I want y'all to see what's behind here. What just happened? Okay, we're live. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, no matter what time you are seeing this. This is the one, the only Natural Lady Boss L Boogie. It's a lot going on, I changed it around a little bit because I'm cleaning up behind me, so I have stuff I don't want y'all to see right now. I'm getting rid of things and it's going on, but can you hear the song that's playing? That's Tony Braxton talking in his sleep. Now, ooh, that's about these temporary people. Let me just tell you. But this song right here, let me put it on pause. I don't own the rights to the music, but I had to play that. I was talking to Periscope about it because if this is your first time joining me, I always go live first on Periscope so I get a little background going on there, and then I come over here on Facebook so you'll see me looking at two screens, things like that. But how are you guys doing? How is everything? I know I didn't talk to y'all on Sunday for Sip and Save Sunday. I actually wasn't feeling well. Not COVID related, but I wasn't feeling well. So I was like, you know what? Let me just take a break because the entire weekend I really wasn't feeling well. Um, so it's like, okay, I took a break just for the weekend to regroup and get myself together. Now I need to really do it. Hey ZZ, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in. So as you can see, today's topic is all about those temporary people. And I'm not talking about the ones where you've known, for a while. And, actually I am. Those are part of it too. I told Periscope, I told y'all it wasn't. It actually is. The people that you've known for a while, you've known them for years. There's people that you've known for maybe 3 to 6 months. And things have happened, whatever the case may be, a friendship, it might have blossomed into more. But once we find out the things about them, why do we keep these temporary people in our lives? You know, um, I've had I've had a friend, I've had a couple friends, but I know I had one particular one. I called, she was my family. Like I called her my family, things like that. I did a lot of things for her. She helped me out. I helped her out. And I never thought she'd have been one of those temporary people. Never would have thought. That definitely, like, we had a friendship. We've known each other for years. Like we met when I started to do my associates, and I didn't finish my associates. I actually dropped out to take care of my mom, and then I went back and went straight into do my bachelor's, into my master's, a whole lot. But I never thought she would have been one of those temporary people that was like not gonna be there. And it was like when the friendship ended, I was like, wait a minute, chick, you coming out reckless. Like you forgot who you talking to. Like just cause we friends, I think I need to reiterate what exactly I told you it's gonna be a great topic. What exactly I'm about. So you probably forgot. So let me remind you real quick. So she was one of them SMGs, those social media gangsters that I call. But it's okay because after that, I talked to family and they was just telling me like, yo, she was jealous of you. It's like, why? Like I'm trying to bring her on what I'm doing. Nah, I wasn't working like that. So it is what it is. Now, when it comes to relationships, scratch my head on that one. Boy, it's a whole bunch of temporary ones that we should have been left alone, but we keep them. Why is that? Like drop in the comments. If you're checking this on a replay, I'll definitely go back and look at the comments. But I want you to think about it. Drop it in the comments, just your thoughts on why do we keep those temporary people in our life? Like, is it something about them that we need, that they fill a void in our life, and something that helps us get by during the day, during the night, whatever the case may be. Like you just want to hear their voice. But it's like, these temporary people, we know, like once they give us that first inkling, that first moment of something has gone wrong, we should be taking off, but we don't. Now I've had my share of temporary men of temporary men who I just know that should not have stayed the long length that they stayed. But I had them so like, why the hell? Because I know for me, with them or one in particular, so to speak, I got comfortable. And it was like, okay, he had my back, I had his back, but something wasn't just right. And you know, you hear it in the back of your head, and you have your Jiminy Cricket there, and your Jiminy Cricket is telling you, hello, hello, this person is not supposed to be on this lane with you. You're supposed to have them on this lane, on this side. You know, they're not supposed to be right there beside you, because something's gonna happen, and of course feelings get involved, and you like, okay, they say one thing but they do another. That should piss anybody off. You know, people like, you know, it's more about words, it's about action, it's about both. So when you start saying stuff but you do the opposite, you confuse the person, but then you blame the person. Those are some of those temporary people we need to get rid of. You know, um, family. I tell you this much, somebody could tell me different, whatever, but family could be temporary people too. Like, just because you blood doesn't mean that you have to be around them, that you have to always, you know, have them in your life. Hey, I don't even have to love you. I see you from a distance. I have family I don't speak to. It is what it is. I don't care. Not on my mother's side or my father's side. I really, it doesn't, like some people, like, it really doesn't. The only thing that I try to do is, when it comes to my son, is I tell him, I show him who's our family, things like that. So he be ever run across somebody with these last names, or they're from Costa Rica, they have family from Costa Rica, best believe you better make sure that they're not related. Because I when I was younger, you know, I didn't meet too many people that was from Costa Rica. So when I found a friend who her family was from Costa Rica, come to find out she knew my father. Her father and my father were good friends, and it was like, see, you never know. So that's the only thing when it comes to families. You know, if you have kids, things like that, you want them to know the family, but family could be temporary people too. Please don't let it get twisted, especially when it comes to me. I can see you in the street and literally walk by. Now just think, if that's family and I'm blood and we related, imagine what I could do with somebody that's not blood, that is just a friend, somebody that I've known for years. You know, anybody, any of you out there, if you've known somebody for years, you could have known them for 3 months, you could have known them for 20 years. But things change, you know, and sometimes when we see the person, we never realize that they're going to change the way they do. um but you start seeing stuff and it's like, I never thought this person would be this way. I never thought this person would act this way. I never thought this person would say this. I never thought that person would do these things. And it's like, well, what happened to you? Like, but now that I'm on this new journey, I'm not speaking just for me, I'm just speaking for you as well. You know, you end up on this new journey in life and you just like, I don't know if I can rock with you anymore. You know, but you still have them around because they are a comfort to you. Man, woman, child, beast, whoever it is, they're a comfort to you. And it's like, you know what, you a comfort, you hold me down, you got my back, I got your back. And it's just like, I'm not sure anymore. And then stuff start happening. And that's, once again, Jiminy Cricket. And when I say Jiminy Cricket, I do mean God, because God is your Jiminy Cricket. Like, God tells you, like, you do know this person is not going to stay, but you're like, you're not paying no attention because you want that person to stay. You like, nah, we've been friends for here. You know, me and her, we've been seeing each other. Like, they here, they not going nowhere. I don't want, they not going to go anywhere else. But then stuff start happening and people start crossing paths. Quick thing. These temporary people, when they have other individuals either inbox you, text you, call you, try to come where you live, where you work, where you stay, wherever you at, that's more than just a temporary person. That's a person who's ready to get they whooped. Woo boy. There's no need. After that, you can say what you want to say, depending upon the person. They should not be in your life anymore. They should not. They should not be in your life anymore. It's just okay. Thank you for the information. I appreciate it. Um, yeah, I heard her side, things like that. But I tell you what, y'all could have all that drama on that side. I'd rather be over here. I'll be alone. Don't worry. I'll be good, because you have to make sure that the path that you're on is going to have your own crumbles and trips and falls for yourself. So you don't need nobody else on your path tripping you to get while you're going to where you have to get to. You know, um, temporary people, there was a quote I was actually trying to find. Let me see if I could pull it up. But temporary people, I like I said, this topic was on my head even while I was sick over the weekend. It was crazy. But I was just like, why did I have so many people in my life that I don't even talk to now? And I don't think about that it was a lesson, but there was a lesson, because now I'm even more careful about who the hell I have around me. So there is a lesson when it comes to these temporary people. I don't know what that was. There is a lesson when it comes to temporary people and what they give us. I'm sorry, I'm really trying to find this quote. But it's like, why do we even bother? And then there's times when these same people that are temporary people, they just keep nagging at you. They try to bring you down in certain ways, and you don't think about it at first because you just like, nah, it's not like that, and they laugh it off, whatever, whatever. But then once you stop talking to the person, everything start replaying in your mind of everything they have said, things they have done, and you're like, this person has been toxic for me for such a long time, but I had no idea. What the hell is going on with me? And you would be the one that used to be the strong one. You probably still are the strong one, but it's like you wouldn't let nobody get close. But of course, you like, you know what? This person, whether it's somebody that's a significant other or it's a friend, is like, you know what? Me and them get along great. We got the same how we feel about people, how we rock. Yeah, you see, I'm a little hood right now. Um, the business side will come on Sunday. But we rock and we cool, we do that. I've known them for this long, I've known her for that long. Like, we grew up together, we was in the same neighborhood, we went to school together, we did this, we kids raised together, all that. But then all of a sudden you start seeing how they move, and it's like, wait a minute, I'm gonna need you to back up. Like, I don't do that. And then they start pitting other people around them against you, and it's like, oh, so this is what we do. Like, I had no clue that you was the type of person to leech off of other people. So you're just temporary for everybody. But a lot of people don't recognize that these individuals are not going to be in their life forever, but they want to hold on to them so tight that they're like, no one else is going to get them. And this is going to be my friend. This is going to be my girlfriend. This is going to be my boyfriend. We too grown for that. Well, age wise, we too grown for that. But a lot of people mentally, they're not grown, you know, and it just amazes me that we don't wake up in time. Sometimes it's too late and you realize you've been bothered with somebody for so long and you're like, I've literally wasted my time. So how can I reclaim that? You can't reclaim all of what you've lost. But from the time that you realize that that person is no longer a need in your life, a necessity in your life, you can start to grow so much. So with that, once you get to that point, start figuring out what you want to do. Like the things that maybe they talk down to you about. If you wanted to start that business and they was like, nah, you ain't gonna start that business, yo, let's go do this. You wanted to travel. Nah, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Let's just go here. But now you're like, you know what? This person was so toxic. These people were so toxic in my life. You know what? Now it's time for me to get on my grind. It's time for me to start that business. It's time for me to travel. Well, travel, we're gonna have to wait till 2021. But that means now if you don't have a passport, that means now you should be getting your passport ready. And yes, you can still get your passport. You just can't get it expedited. So please don't let nobody tell you can't, because yes, I'm getting my son his passport. My niece just got hers. My sister just got hers. I was the only one that had my passport. It's been stamped up for 5 years. I'm ready for it to get stamped up some more. But get that passport now. Start that business now. If you have an idea about a business, you need to start writing it down. Everything. Just get a book and just start writing it. It don't matter if it makes sense or not. Somebody else could look at it and be like, what are you doing? What are you trying to do? It don't matter. It's not up to them. It's up to you. You're the one that's supposed to get that business because it's always been in your head, but you pushed it to the side because why? You allowed the temporary people to take a forefront in your mind and in your life and in your heart, and it hurts because it's like, dang, yo, I really thought that we was gonna be cool. I really thought that we was gonna be friends. Hell, I even thought that we was gonna be in relationships sometime. Nah. I'm past that now. I'm grown now. I'm grown now. So it's like now it's just like, no, no, thank you. No, thank you. I don't want it. I don't want it. I don't want you. I have so much that I'm going for right now. This is not, let me put this disclaimer in on Periscope and on Facebook. This ain't for anybody. This is not for anybody in particular, for me. However, if this hits home for you, like my friend Azizi just dropped, I want you to put on the comments, my time is now. Because a lot of people like, oh, this is this going on with you right now. No, I'm cool with whoever right now. The people that I have in my life now is supposed to be there. Now, will we stop speaking? Anything is possible. But right now, I've never lost touch with the people that's in my life right now. Now, it might be times that we don't speak, but that doesn't mean we're not speaking ever. That's just for me. You know, it could be weeks, it could be months I don't speak to somebody, pick up a phone and send a text message real quick. But on social media, you're constantly talking to somebody. So you're not really out of contact. If they make a post, they paste a picture. They post a picture, you comment, so you're still in contact with them. So you're really not, out of touch. But there's times where I have cousins where, we may not speak for a while. One of them will hit me up, I'll hit them up. Hey Prima, hey cuz, how you doing? What's up? Love you. Just checking on you. How's the fam? Things like that. But people just seem to think or believe that, you should you always have to have these people in your life, and I'm telling you, you don't. You do not have to have these temporary people in your life just to have comfort. Yes, it's hard when, the friend, hey, Miss Friday Goins, thank you for tuning in. Yes, the Phoenix is here, and we're talking about those temporary people, from friends to family, because, when, like I said, those temporary people, they give us comfort. It's like, oh my gosh, like, that's my rider. We do everything. We cool. Whatever the case is. Like when I say me and this person was cool, we was cool. Stayed there, stayed at her crib. She stayed at my crib. Celebrated birthdays, everything. My son, her kid, like cool. Even the dude that I was cool with, he's a temporary person. Well, actually, it's a couple of them. but they temporary people. But it's funny how once you start to get rid of those temporary people and you realize, okay, it's my time to elevate, and you do start to elevate, notice how those temporary people end up coming back some way, shape, or form. I just think it's so interesting. I've had that was another funny one. It's like, wow, like I've done this much in a matter of a couple years, and out the blue you hit me up like, oh snap. And I tell anybody, I got the same number since 2004. The same number. I have not changed my cell phone number since I've gotten it. I've added telephone numbers, but my main cell phone number I've had since 2004. It's 2020. So I've had it for 16 years. My son is about to be 17 on Friday. I've had it. I got it a month or so after he turned a year old. Same number. Never changed it. I kept it. I wanted it. That was I love my telephone number. But I'm not about to change my number to stop speaking to somebody. I'll block you. I ain't got a problem with that, but it got to be something major for me to block you. Other than that, I'm going to let you see everything I'm doing. I'm going to let you try and call me, try to text me if something happens. Hey, I'm not the one that's going to be there for you, but I'll send my prayers out. But these temporary people, we cannot allow them to stay in our life no matter what. Even as business partners, a lot of times, you go into business with somebody, things go great, you're making money, and what happens? There comes a time where the business just doesn't flop, so to speak, but people start to move a certain way. Now, if they do something crazy, they more than just a temporary person. They see there I go. Whoo, that just yeah. I had a flashback or something. I had a flashback or something. But even in business, like I said, temporary people are there. Not everybody that you started your business with, I have an affiliate marketing business with. I'm a credit and financial education specialist. The people that I've started with is not the same one. A lot of them are not the same ones that I'm still in business with. My sister's actually sending a message. She must not see that I'm live. But a lot of them I'm not in business with. Some of them I speak to, I still talk to because we're still cool. It doesn't mean that there's nothing wrong, but there are several, several people that I will never talk to again. Yeah, there go that flashback again. There's some people I will never talk to again. Like if I see them in the street, it would be problems upon problems. If I saw them on fire, I wouldn't throw water on them to douse it out. Like it's that bad. It's growth because what I actually had the thoughts of doing, I literally had to take it to God. I had to take it to God to get it out my head and my heart and my hands. Cause I promised I was coming. Wasn't nobody stopping me. I hit up somebody. I hit up my sister, and I showed her where I was going. And Lord knows what she got in the vein and was praying because I was catching flights. I wasn't catching no feelings. I was catching all flights. I was catching all flights, but those are temporary people. Now, I'm glad I didn't do it because I probably will be serving about 5 to 10 right now. But they're temporary people. I have happy for you. Congratulations. Move the way you move. Just don't move in my lane. Stay where you are. You can wave from the sidelines all you want. It's not a problem, but just stay in your lane. So those temporary people, make sure that they don't block you from where you're trying to go. They're trying to stop you from what you're trying to achieve. Don't let them do it. Now, a lot of times we don't know that these people are temporary people because in the beginning, everything is all cool. But once you figure out and realize, like, yo, this person is really not the one that's supposed to be around me. This person is too toxic. This person is just this person. Like, what the for unlawful carnal knowledge is going on? Now, if you take the first letter and what I just said for unlawful carnal knowledge, you'll get what I just said. But it's just like I can't. Nah, I can't do it. So if today is your day, today is your time. The time that you're looking at is no matter if this is a year from now, 5 years from now, 15 years from now. If this is your time, I want you to still drop my time is now, because your time is now to grow. Your time now is to spread your wings, to get rid of all of that toxic people, the toxic everything. So it's time for your detox. That's what happens when you have toxicity in you. You have to detox it out. Look, I have, where is it right here? I think it's somewhere. Shameless plug, but liver focus. It helps lose weight and things like that. It helps detox your liver. So you have to detox not only your body, but with those people that were toxic in your life, that didn't help you to go where you needed to go, you got to detox them as well. But I'll leave with this part here, is that, I know I said that those people may not have taught you a lesson, but they did teach you a lesson. They taught you something that you needed to know. You thought it might have been one thing that you needed to learn from these people, but it's actually something else that just came in as well. And it's just like, wow. Like for me, I've learned that I'll probably never open up again to people. I'll never. No, buddy, cuz I promise I'm going. Somebody going to have to call my personal attorney. I have a personal attorney. His name is Joey Jackson. Do not look for him. he, he have to get me out on ROR, but you know, you want to open up to people, but after everything that's happened, it's like, nah, I think I need to just close my circle a little more. um, Keep who I have in my life now. Like there's gonna be people that come in your life no matter what, because that's a part of life. It's a part of growth. If you start a new job, you move someplace, you're getting into a new relationship, you're meeting somebody new, so I'm gonna have to open up. So that's something I'm working on. But as far as being as vulnerable as I was at one point, I will never again let myself get that vulnerable. I'll never again let that much toxicity come into me and just play a part in my growth and just being the phoenix that I am. So I wasn't going to be on here long, and I'm actually not. I'm glad about it. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be on this Sunday, because I'm actually, once I finish here, I have to start working on that second business that I talked about before. I dropped a little thing. It's coming together. Like, it's really crazy how it's coming together, but I have to do some business for that, as well as I have to contact some people who are interested in getting their credit and finances together, and who is trying to start a business, and who is trying to, achieve their ultimate dream, that they want to be a business owner, but they don't know what to do. They want to start that YouTube channel. They want to just start producing videos and things like that. And for me, I need to start having fun with my camera. I have put it down for a while, and I just charged it back up. It's a great camera. I love it, but some new footage is gonna come with this bad boy. I have camera lights. I feel like I'm back in my photography mode. I used to love taking pictures when I was younger, so I'm back at it. But do what you love. But make sure you get rid of those toxic people. Get rid of those temporary people. You know who they are. You're just trying to cover it up nicely. You're trying to tuck them in nicely in your life because you don't want them to go. Get rid of the toxic people. And trust me, when you get rid of them, yeah, it's going to hurt in the beginning, but after a while, you're going to feel so much lighter. Like, I swear I've lost about 600 pounds from these toxic people that's been in my life. I actually lost more. I lost more than that, but it's a great feeling. It's a great feeling when it's happened. So, with that being said, thank you for tuning in. If you're catching a replay, make sure you hashtag replay gang and just tell me how you getting rid of these toxic people. Like, and let me know that your time is now, that you're ready. After you see this video, let me know, hey, Boogie, my time is now. It's time for me to get rid of these toxic people. And do it. Don't just say it and not do it. Say it, do it, complete it. It starts with you. So you guys have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure you click tag and share this. Like I said, Sunday, I'm not too sure if I'm going to do a live, but stay tuned. Make sure your notifications on because you'll know if I post about it. Y'all have a good one. Peace.